Well, it's an annual tradition. The new WWE 2K game is finally here, and this year I am begging all of you not to buy WWE 2K26. Now, I say this as somebody who has 2K25 and 2K24. I bought them at a deep discount many months after those games came out. But I will not be buying WWE 2K26 because I really think they've gone one step too far with the crazy monetization practices that they have instituted in this game. Now, I'm a fan of professional wrestling games. I'm a fan of professional wrestling. For most of my life, I've played, video games dating back to WWF No Mercy, WWF WrestleMania 2000 on the Nintendo 64. I had WWE All-Stars on my Nintendo 2DS XL. I like wrestling games. I love WWE games, but when they're doing all this monetization stuff and really making it complicated to the point where it makes me not want to buy the product, you really got to take a close look at what's going on here. So this year with WWE 2K26, they're introducing this new way of releasing DLC, and they're doing it through Ringside Pass. So there's a free tier and there's a premium tier. Now everybody has access to the free tier. So by playing the game, you gain XP, which will allow you to unlock certain things, certain rewards, certain characters, certain attire, whatever. So there's a free tier of that. And so just by playing the game, the different modes of the game, you're gonna level up and then you can unlock stuff. But here's the kicker. If you do buy the Ringside Pass, which the season pass is $50. Now remember, the game itself, the standard edition, is $70. And then they have different editions. Don't even get me started. They have like the King of Kings edition, which is, I believe, $100. And then they have the Monday Night War edition, which is $150. But regardless of what edition you buy, you can get access to this premium version of the Ringside Pass where you can unlock the DLC superstars that I guess, I don't want to say everyone wants those people, because some of them are like, no offense, but Mr. Iguana, no offense to Royce Keys, he's a fine wrestler, but I mean, he just joined the company and we haven't even seen much from him yet. He's coming to the DLC packs later this year, and Danhausen and all sorts of people, whatever. But here's the thing, it's like you used to be able to buy a DLC pack and immediately be able to play as those superstars. That's how it was in 2K25, 2K24. This year, when you buy these things, you don't automatically get them unlocked. Not all of them. I think maybe one of them might be unlocked immediately. But for the rest of them, you actually have to play through the game, gain XP, so that you can unlock the superstars that, in theory, you already paid for. So you have to think about what is the psychology behind making people do that. So I kind of figured it out. And I mean, it's not a secret. So here's the thing about the premium Ringside Pass. You can buy tier skips with real money. So see, that's what's going on here. They want to try to convince you to pay even more money on top of whatever you already paid, $70 for the game, or if you bought the different higher priced editions, $100, $150. Now they want you to spend even more because they don't want you to, well, it's not that they don't want you to, but they're trying to persuade you to pay for tier skips instead of just grinding through the game. Because eventually you might reach a point where you're like, geez, I just want to play as Jeff Hardy. I just want to play as Mr. Iguana. So I don't want to have to just constantly play this game just to get these characters that, again, in theory, you've already paid for. So now I'm going to pay a little extra just to get them right now, because I don't want to wait. I don't want to spend my time. Hey, time is valuable. I don't want to spend my time playing through this game just to grind through it to get what I want. You know, you used to be able to not only get like DLC characters automatically, but you used to be able to use virtual currency to purchase different superstars in the store and stuff. This whole idea behind grinding to purchase, I can't, not purchase, unlock superstars that you've purchased, it's just a punishing aspect of this game. And I think it is just one step too far, because don't get me wrong, the way they've marketed this new release with CM Punk being the cover athlete on the game and CM Punk being the focus of the showcase mode. CM Punk is my favorite professional wrestler in today's WWE. And he's one of my favorite superstars of all time. And I would have loved to play the showcase mode as CM Punk. And also the fact that they're building this game around, you know, Attitude Era editions or Monday Night War editions. And hey, the Attitude Era was my favorite era. So they knew that the best way to hook people into buying the new product is through, you know, CM Punk and the Attitude Era. Those are like two of the most popular things for hardcore pro wrestling fans, and especially for somebody like me. But I'm not going to buy the game just because of that, because that's not enough. I mean, that's not enough to convince me to go through their silly grinding through matches just to get stuff that I already paid for. That doesn't make a lot of sense to me. And yeah, like I said, the main reason they're going to do that is because they want to influence you to pay additional money to skip tiers, because they know it's going to be annoying for you to grind through the game. Now, there's ways to get through this more easily. You can turn the difficulty of the game basically down to 0 and make it so easy to win matches that you can just play a match, immediately win, or immediately make your opponent submit, and then you're gaining XP that way. So, I mean, you can go around the system, at least for now, because the game just released. Maybe they'll change that in the future, but you shouldn't have to do that. I mean, that's insane. I mean, it's like, you paid for this game. It's like, you shouldn't have to play the system or go around the system just to, you know, get these unlockable characters or items. I mean, it's just crazy stuff, and everything's overpriced anyway. I mean, this has reached the point where I really take a close look at what games I purchase in general. And I have 2K25, I have 2K24, and again, I bought them at very discounted prices. I would never pay full price for those games because, again, it's usually just copy and paste the same stuff each year, put a different coat of paint on it, and increase the monetization strategies. That's all they do. Is just, they pretty much give you the same game and find new ways to take your money. And I know people are going to say, well, you don't have to buy this, you don't have to buy that. I know, but they're trying to like mess with you or play mind games with you so that you do end up spending more money. They're not going to do it to me, because I'm not buying 2K26. Even if it goes on sale for a heavily discounted price, I'm still not going to do it, because there's no way I'm grinding through a game like this for unlocking stuff that you already paid for. Because remember, even if you buy the like season 1 pass, the season 1 premium pass, that's $10 right there. Probably each season, and I think there's going to be 6 seasons, each premium pass would cost $10, or you can buy the season pass for, I don't know if it covers, I guess it covers all 6 of the individual passes. So see, again, it gets a little confusing. So you're still then you would have to pay $50. Remember, the game itself is $70. Imagine paying another $50 on top of that to get access to all the, I'm sorry, not even access, because you don't get access to all those superstars in those 6 DLC packs. You don't get access to that. You get the privilege of grinding through the game to access the stuff you are paying for. That's what you get. That's insane. And I'm not okay with it. You shouldn't be okay with it. Remember, vote with your dollars. Now, I can already see that the reviews for WWE 2K26 are coming in lower than 2K25, lower than 2K24. And that's not surprising to me because, again, we've reached a point where, in terms of graphics, in terms of gameplay, we've kind of reached a pinnacle with the last few iterations of this game. So now it's sort of just like there's nowhere to go but down, especially when you're going to do this whole battle pass system. And, you know, I'm sure they'll make a ton of money off 2K26, but, you know, we'll find out and see if it doesn't sell as well as 2K25. I mean, it very well could be the case because WWE's business in general, although it's doing extremely well, the product is not as hot as it was a year ago or 2 years ago or 3 years ago. It's not as hot. The business is doing well, but, you know, even what's going on right now with the company, like a lot of people are not happy that Cody Rhodes just won the world championship again, and WrestleMania ticket prices, they're giving huge discounts because they're having trouble selling tickets to WrestleMania. Think about how insane that is because they overprice everything. So it's a company-wide problem. It's not just their video game that they're trying to rob everybody. It's with their ticket prices, with all sorts of other things. The ESPN subscription that you have to buy to watch their PLEs, that's $30 a month. I mean, yo guys, you know, eventually you have to take a step back and just realize that as cool as pro wrestling is, you might not want to keep handing this industry your money. I shouldn't say this industry, the WWE. You might not want to hand the WWE your money because they're basically like robbing people at this point because they're providing a product that is not worth the price of what they're charging. That's why I stick to playing older wrestling games and watching older wrestling because it reminds me of a time when it wasn't always about robbing the fans. It was about giving them a good product that was worth the price they were charging you. And hopefully one day we can go back to that again. It probably won't happen, but it's nice to be hopeful, right? Thank you for watching.